Ready to go?
All right, and let's hit record on the pod.
I changed the setup a little bit.
Welcome to another ep of the Rap Drugs Pod. Like Todd was saying, if you've been listening in the last couple weeks, technical difficulties here and there, so he's got a new setup to make our lives a little easier.
Doesn't look that much different.
Yeah,
the lighting's not as good.
Who knows if anything will be any easier?
Yeah, I called the technicians. If you're a long time listener to the pod, we're down 60 feet or so in the ground in a bunker, and it's all concrete. It's hard to get this stuff figured out. Internet's hardcore down here, hard to get, hard to come by, expensive.
Yeah.
To run that fucking hard line down 60 feet in the ground, you have no idea how much that costs.
And then the Wi-Fi signal with the type of construction materials we cannot even speak about because you don't have high enough government clearance. But yeah, let's
enough of that.
Let's start the show with what we do every week, bashing these big tech companies for harassing us little guys over and over again. I think YouTube's shadow banning us. I wasn't even going to get into Instagram blocking us for unfollowing too many people. Like, sorry, I wanted to purge a bunch of losers from my account because my feed's getting clogged up with a bunch of dumbasses trying to put 50 photos of their girlfriend's pussy smoking a weed.
Smoking a weed.
Or whatever the comments say, I don't know. Here's my girlfriend's pussy, smoke a weed. And join my OnlyFans. And then it's like some fake OnlyFans. These, I know I have to get used to the degenerates, but I just get sick of their faces, and then IG's on their side, and YouTube starts shadow banning us because we make an episode about Antifa starting the wildfires, and then...
What makes you think they're shadow banning us?
Well, it seemed like the Joe Rogan spot, one of those clips from Austin, last episode we did a shout out to Austin, Texas. This week we're showing some love to Detroit and Ann Arbor, since Ann Arbor legalized mushrooms, and just like a true classic stoner would, a day late. They did it at 9:21, even though International Mushroom Day is now 9:20. So they're like us. I think we started this stream early for once, but we don't care what time it is.
Okay, wait.
It's 4:20 somewhere.
One sec. Are we?
But yeah,
talking about us getting shadow banned.
But yeah, to get back to that, Austin, Texas episode said something about Joe Rogan and Spotify and Alex Jones teaming up and having the inside scoop, and YouTube's shaking us down now for supporting Joe Rogan.
Is that what you think?
I don't just think it, I know it.
Well, I mean, they're probably upset about the Antifa video.
Well, yeah, I mean, they should.
I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, that might have been why we got blocked on Instagram.
That could have also been it. But the algorithms, they don't really tell you why you get blocked. They just say, some app, you're using an app. And I'm like, I'm not using any app. Just because I'm a machine... doesn't mean we're using an app.
Just because I'm awake 24 hours does not make me
exactly. But just because I'm posting about Antifa wildfires 24/7 doesn't mean I'm an app.
Twitter at least gives us the benefit of the doubt and tests us every once in a while. They're like, "Are you a robot? Here's some traffic lights.
Yeah,
let's see if you're a robot."
Yeah, exactly. You retweeted too many Biden supporters today. Are you a robot?
Are you a robot? Can you tell the difference between a car and a parking sign?
Yeah, and then if you get it right, they block you because it's only a social media for bots. But I actually gotta say, Twitter right now is the front runner for me. But yeah, they definitely are blocking Antifa wildfire stories because of how hard YouTube got hit in 2018 over direct energy beams starting the wildfires in 2018. Maybe that's all on purpose, CIA doesn't want this stuff going out there, the truth being spread. Or the misinformation, we'll never know.
Yeah, or maybe they want it to be.
Yeah, exactly. So they make it like controversial and a hot topic people look for. Like
no one even cared, but now we're banning it.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's like, yeah, probably was some Proud Boys too, and now they're like, no, it was only Antifa. Don't worry if anyone says Proud Boys started the wildfires, but block the Antifa news. We don't support either radical extremists. Same with libertarians. They're the worst kind of people. Like picks like they're worse than agnostics. Like, oh yeah, I believe in a higher power. There is a God. I just don't know how to worship him. Like, no, figure it out. What
are you then, Jay? You're over here just hating on.
I would have to say somewhere between Buddhist and Hindu. Where like there's this karmic fate and I am God.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Damn, that sounds kind of like mine. But like I'm God, right?
And you send money to the PayPal link below. We'll audit you, and if you pass, we'll let you in on more secrets of the universe. Like if aliens really exist or not.
We know.
And what's behind that
for $9.95? That
cool curtain I'm spitting in front of. You'll never know unless you pay the cash.
Yeah. It's actually just a black hole.
Probably. But yeah, YouTube's bullshit, shadow banning, Facebook, Instagram, they're trying to control you. They gas you up a little and then like don't share you with anyone unless you pay ads. No, I went the other way. I unpublished our page. Because I'm just like, this is... Yeah, I'm like, this is just too much work. And I might get...
It was even more work, yeah.
Yeah, because it's really easy to live stream to Twitch, follow us there, Periscope, follow us there on Twitter, or YouTube, subscribe there, or just listening to the pod on whatever provider is good. But Facebook, they make it difficult with Restream. You have to pay to live stream to a Facebook group. So I'm just like, forget it. I don't want to re-upload clips. I don't want to do all this stuff. I'm just going to cancel them.
Canceled. Facebook has been canceled.
Yeah. And Twitch is on notice. Give us some followers, Twitch. Start sharing our stream. Yeah, you're on notice.
Let's go, Jeff.
Yeah.
Get on that shit.
Yeah. Put our $100,000 into action already. I'm expecting those 100,000 followers. And for you to get rid of all the competition podcasts on there. Delete them as fraud sellers. but yeah, if you want to follow us... We
don't need anyone to do that because we're the best in the business.
Exactly. And we don't care if we never end up with a follower on Twitch because it's just... It's easy. Anyway. It's easy to add on our live stream. Yeah. It's just when I do end up quitting my day job and gaming, or figuring out the live stream, if that's ever easy enough, because I do game like at least a couple times a week, that might end up on the Twitch as well. So we're going to try to keep that off of YouTube. YouTube's just going to be for our dumbass clips.
Yeah.
So we can get banned some more. And yeah,
DMT.
Yeah, cannabis reviews soon. You'll find we have a new format this episode. So yeah, before we get too deep on any ayahuasca deaths or whatever psychedelics they might have been on or other Detroit news, let's do a quick review. Shout out to Vertical for following us back super quickly. They were the first one, our hometown Chatham. They were the first ones to follow us back, and out of the LPs we decided to follow this last week. But I've never smoked Vertical. They gave me some cool free shit at the Lifting Co. Expo though. But what are your thoughts on Vertical? I heard you had some Cold Creek Kush, Todd.
So yeah, I've had some of the Vertical Cold Creek Kush. It was some decent weed. Didn't find it was too dry or anything. I think they sent a nice moisture pack. I might be mistaken, but I grabbed it up because it was on the discount rack. which is where I usually shop from because I'm a broke ass.
Yeah.
And that's why my internet sucks. And this podcast is do it yourself.
And that's why Todd's wearing a toque inside.
It's cold in here. My heating exists somewhat. If you hold on to the radiator.
But
I mean the oven.
But yeah, for a cheap bud, what'd you think of the quality or the bag appeal and the smoke?
Oh yeah, it was good. It got me real high. Didn't need to smoke too much. I think it was a 1 or 2 bowler. When I'm smoking the tweed, I'm hitting like 4, 5 bowls at least a night between work, after work, and going to sleep. Because I got a fucking job. Unlike most of you bums watching this.
Yeah, sorry if you just lost your job due to COVID.
Oh yeah, maybe that was super offensive.
But yeah, go get a new job, you bum, or start one like us at the
I
pod.
was just kidding. I was joking.
Yeah.
Everybody
Todd doesn't hate the fans like me. Me versus the fans.
I've been there, and I'll probably be there again soon.
Yeah. If
please send money to the PayPal.
So Todd can afford another toque or maybe a coat.
It's cold in here.
But
I need bottled water. The water isn't drinkable.
Nice. So 2 toques. That's like I'd say that's a triple A kind of bud. How about the bag appeal though? Was it a fat cow? Was it really dry? Was it good looking? Like, do you know any of those stats?
Like I said while you were off the pod, it was not too dry like most of the tweed shit that comes in, but it was decent.
Todd was already
nice
attacking tweed.
I don't think I smoke them all the time because they're always on the discount rack, but they're weeds dry. They need to add some moisture packs. I'm not attacking them. I'm trying to be their friend.
You're trying to give them good quality retique.
They need to put moisture packs in their fucking things, though, or get better containers or something. They know better than me.
Come on, Tweed.
They're probably already working on it. They're like, Todd, shut the fuck up. Stop pointing out our problems. But guess what? I'm going to keep saying it until you fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
But back to the vertical Cold Creek Kush. I might have been mistaken, but I think it wasn't the I don't know, cleanest looking. It did have a couple long leaves in it, which I didn't mind. It wasn't a huge deal. It was nice.
Nice.
It was still nice weed. It was. They were probably lost the crystal. It's probably why they left it on there. They were like, oh yeah, these long leaves still have dope crystal. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest looking buds. That's okay though.
Classic.
Still dope weed.
Classic Chatham bud.
Smoke.
Good.
Yeah.
good weed, but hell if it looks good.
Yeah.
Whoever
time to clean it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say
want the shake?
The people at Vertical are probably all that high too that they won't bother.
Yeah.
So yeah, first Vertical sounds great. If you want to support local business, support Chatham, Ken, small town that needs that kind of thing, definitely do it and buy some Sons of Ken at your local grocer or your LCBO, your beer store, whatever.
Yeah, quit being a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
go
support
out,
small town,
money,
support local.
Quit all your money. We know you're saving it up. You got you got a whole pile of coins in your closet.
Yeah, you work for the bank. You don't need another Lamborghini. You don't need your wife doesn't need a new Lexus. Hers is only 1 year old. You don't need a $10 million mansion when you live in an $8 million one. It's probably downsizing.
A bunch of 6-packs of fucking Sons of Ken.
Give them out to the homeless. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Instead of pretending you're homeless for a day and raising $300,000, why don't you actually help them out? but yeah, enough on how you should treat people from Chatham better because they're poor and you're rich if you're not. If you're outside of Chatham, you're instantly richer than people in Chatham. But yeah, the inventors of Hawaiian pizza and going closer to Todd's secret location where the bunker, one of the entrances to the bunker is at. New Brunswick and our second LP follower. We might not be able to shout all of them back if we can't keep up with everyone who follows us back, but Zenibus followed us back and Namaste was on my hit list of cheap buds. So first thing I want to say is the packaging is very not that appealing with the basic white and the yellow there. But I do think it's cool. They kind of have a different color for each strain.
Oh yeah.
And I honestly couldn't tell you what is what sativa indica wise because it doesn't specify at all on the package. But I'm going to guess based on my like my knowledge, Shishka Berry and MK Ultra are indica, Senza Star is a sativa, Citrique is a hybrid. And all of those were $7.95 a gram. So not a bad deal. And right now the Shishka Berry, which is the lowest 14%, it was packaged February 15th. The rest, July 6th, April 17, and July 28. So we'll save those two older ones. What do you think, Todd? Should I try the Senza Star or the Shishka Berry?
Shishka Berry. I love the Shishka Berry.
Yeah. This one's only a 14%er.
So it was Namaste. I was
Yeah.
a big fan of Namaste when I was in New Brunswick. That's
Nice.
what I always bought there.
Yeah, it's supporting local. That's exactly where Zenobis is headquartered.
Yeah.
And, okay, so Namaste's got this cool top package. They actually seal it up like medicine.
Yeah. That's a standard one. A lot of them have it.
Yeah, and then no freshie pack. I wasn't expecting one because it's a 1 grammer. Small buds, all small buds. The smell's good. The buds seem to be dense. Let's see if it's a gram or not. 1.0 exactly. So far, I'm impressed. So far, I'm impressed. I would be like, oh, $8 for this G. I've got my money's worth.
Oh, my money's worth.
And yeah, definitely a classic like almost spongy but a little sticky kind of bud. The only thing, it has definitely been sitting since February, but considering that, I'm impressed. Doesn't seem like it's as dry as it could be.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll bust quite a bit of it up. I was actually thinking of trying to just do like 4 bong tokes throughout this episode. Try each one of the Namaste. But they can pay us to do that. Like, we're not doing that for free.
Yeah.
Just doing an hour-long advertisement for Zenobis. Yeah, exactly. If you want to sponsor the pod, you can pay us straight cash. We'll keep it off the books if that's what the government needs. And we'll just smoke your weed. We'll try to do 6 tokes in one episode, each of us. And that's just what we'll spend the hour on Wednesday doing, reviewing each strain with top marks. But unfortunately, we can't be biased in the reviews. So if you do decide to sponsor us with an LP and you suck, you're not going to get your money's worth. Yeah, you're going to get slammed.
Like, we're not going to give you a refund, and we're
going to take you to court when you don't pay us, and we're going to slam the shit out of you.
Yeah, we're going to be like, look, we didn't say you get a good review. We said we'd review it.
Yeah, exactly.
You paid us
exactly.
to smoke it.
We mentioned your brand like 15, 20 times. It's not our fault they watched all the way through.
All press is good press, okay? So calm down.
Yeah, but yeah, since
pay for our pod.
Like we promised earlier, I gave you a couple teaser episodes where I'm hitting a bong toke, but this time you're gonna have to deal with the intro slide. So it'll be like audio only for now until we get to the 100 subscribers, right, Toddy boy?
Yeah, censored. Rap drug censored. So here's Jay for the play-by-play. He's going out for the toke. He's making a successful blow. Here he comes back. Let's see how this recovery is. How's the recovery? Not bad. Not a bad recovery.
Oh no, it's
Still alive.
Oh, it's a bit tougher than I thought. Ooh.
Than I thought.
Recovery. Good. Oh, so that's a good proper smoke, actually.
Nice.
I would say the dryness of the buds. It is very dry, but they cured it properly before they let it dry out. So that's huge.
Yeah, I always appreciated their weed. I thought it was super delicious.
Yeah, see, and definitely, I don't know if you should check them out on IG if you haven't already. Not Todd in particular, I know he has, but everyone else, they got some cool ass pics of their grow room. They do like this cool thing where it's like the mother plant, and then surround it with all the other plants. So that's kind of cool shit. But yeah,
they got some dope pics.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, to compare that to last week's bud, considering this is 14% THC, this might be the best quality to price yet. It's 14% THC. It's been packaged February 15th, and it's still, the smoke on it, I'd say, is comparable, better than a Pure Sun Farms. Maybe not as good as the Riff Subway Scientist I've had, but better than the Edison or the Pure Sun Farms from last week. So right now, I'd say for my ratings system, Namaste's right up there with Riff. We'll see when I get a stronger bud if it's better than Subway Scientist. If one of these other ones can match that 19.5%. But yeah, the bag appeals on par, good quality bud. I would say this one's somewhere between a AA and because it's been sitting around for so long. But if you got it fresh out of the box, wasn't popcorn nugs, it has AAA potential. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Todd? Have you had Shishka Berry from Namaste before too? Yeah, all good reviews on it. Consistency wise,
loved it. Every time I got it, that was one of my favorites. I distinctly remember it. I don't know if the Sensi Stars was good, but Shishka Berry, I was like, oh yeah, that's fucking got me super high.
Nice.
I smoked it a lot for a long time. Like,
nice.
I guess I was only in New Brunswick for like a month. I probably smoked it for a whole month. It was like,
kept it consistent though.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, it's also getting better with time too. So it's really good. It's really good.
It's also getting better with time.
Yeah.
I can't even.
I'm slowly getting higher.
Words.
But yeah, if you guys stick around to the end of the episode, or if we do make clips for this one, I don't know. I haven't clipped up any of the Wednesday episodes yet. You'll get to see me smoke some of this Census Star too, and see where that's at. But in the meantime, let's clap hats off. Didn't put a hat on this episode today for Ann Arbor, Michigan. Home of the University of Michigan. And not too far from where Chatham's at. Vertical and Sons of Kent, they're just an hour away. So you might want to call this whole episode local news for at least half the pod, half the bunker.
Yeah.
The other bunker's in a whole other jurisdiction, just because of how massive our underground lair is. But Ann Arbor City Council unanimously voted on Monday to decriminalize psychedelic mushrooms and plants. So if you tuned in earlier, you would have heard me already bring that up a little bit. They were classic stoner fashion, a day late for International Mushroom Day, which is going to be September 20th, according to Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the city council said it's making possession.
Who decides these things? These international days.
That is a good question.
Making these up. Is it like the UN or something?
Well, I have no... I don't know. I think it's just a PR type of thing. Like,
But like,
it was
who's
probably
PR? You know, it confuses the shit out of me.
Todd. I paid a lot of money.
These things.
I paid a lot of money for Rolling Stones to create International Magic Mushrooms Day. But I don't know. Look it up. That's the one thing. Tell us in the comments below if you know who made the International Mushroom Day. Tell us in the comments below, or if you know who made up Valentine's Day or all this other shit that we're supposed to give each other consumerist goods on.
Yeah.
Let us know. But yeah, possession, cultivation, and purchasing of magic mushrooms and other entheogenic substances like ayahuasca, mescaline, cacti, and iboga, the lowest priority for local and law enforcement. So I don't know if it's exactly decriminalizing them, but that is, I believe that's decriminalization, making it
Well, like,
just a ticket.
there's-
But where's the
there's, like,
limits? Where's the
levels of
limits going to be?
decriminalization.
Yeah,
it's like it's been more decriminalized than before.
true. So the police aren't going to get you for it, but Michigan could just send in the state troopers, or the FBI could come in and fuck you.
It sounds to me like they probably could still ticket you. It's just not high priority anymore. It's just like how Canada considered weed, I guess.
Well, people that may not know this, but Ann Arbor's actually been a leader in decriminalization drugs and had one of the most lenient marijuana laws since 1970s. So they've been like the Canadian friends, right? Michigan's always seemed to be that way.
I think like generally like the society, like the police kind of are around like what's going on, you know what I mean? Like in BC, a lot of the times you didn't get harassed as much, where they were a lot farther ahead with the legalization.
Exactly. They're really pushing for decriminalized mushrooms there too, but they probably don't even need to.
Yeah.
But but Ann Arbor,
cops are like, no, we're making lots of money off the meth. Don't fucking legalize it.
Exactly. There's some cronyism in the city council there. But Denver, Colorado, and Oakland, and Santa Cruz in California. So Denver, Colorado, and Oakland and Santa Cruz in California are already 3 that are decriminalized. Chicago and Austin are also considering measures, so that could happen anytime now. And the 2020 ballot, the citizens of Oregon may vote to decriminalize it or legalize it medically even, possibly, across the state. So, awesome to see Ann Arbor join the fight, show some support, show some love ahead of the election, and if you have any mushrooms to sell in the U.S. and you're not close enough to Denver or California, like, why not just go to Ann Arbor to make the transaction happen, boy? Tip for you. Tip of the week. Dick tip of the week. So just be careful getting to and from there, like driving. I'm pretty sure driving with the drugs is what's gonna get you busted. But maybe get like a PO box there, or like an address there, and like ship FedEx it to yourself. Or just have a cool scheme that you can like write a movie about instead. Like do it like Blow, where you fly like a plane from California to Ann Arbor, and you have this crazy huge mushroom factory and get everybody high. But just make sure you don't end up with anyone dead outside of your healing shack. Other crazy news in Detroit. Rest in peace.
Detroit.
Rest in peace, Max Julian. A Detroit rapper / homeless person. So we'd be a big fan of his. He probably watched the Rap Drugs Pod.
50% of Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. So like 100% of Rap Drugs Pod fans.
Yeah.
And 50% of Detroit. 100% of
maybe 90. Yeah. Could be all of Detroit. We're pretty big.
Well, like exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if that's all of our fans. Yeah. People start watching the Rap Drugs Pod and they give up their things and move to Detroit. So that's a disclaimer. That's a disclaimer. You might want to turn this off now if you don't want to end up there. And end up dead upside down on a slide.
Train yard.
Yeah.
Fucking, oh yeah. Sorry, go ahead, tell the story.
But yeah. Rest in peace, Max Julian. Good dude. The community really supported him. they really were against this psychedelic healing shack. And WXYZ, Fox News, a lot of Detroit agencies reported on it. Look it up. We got a link in the show notes. He ended up being upside down on some playground that's outside of the psychedelic healing shack. So, like, I don't know what the fuck's up there. Why there's a playground at this
is it just
psychedelic
like a
healing
plywood
shack?
fucking building?
Well, if it's anything in Detroit, yes, that's
Yeah.
One out of the 4 sides is plywood.
It's just like next to a.
It's like guaranteed.
Park.
It could be a mansion
Built
even.
it, and the cops haven't. They're just like, we can't. There's just so much crap going on. Like they're not tearing down.
It's probably literally a mansion. It's probably literally a mansion, and like the cops are just scared to get onto the property because of how like far they have to get from the public property to the front gates, and they'll get mauled by homeless rappers.
There's still landmines from when they raided the place last time.
Yeah,
all the coke dealers.
Yeah, well, no, it's just like it's just like Von Zoppel was talking about in the Joe Rogan episode today. Like, basically in Alaska, once the Cold War was over, they just pieced the fuck out, left all the bombs in the ground, like left half a Rice Krispies square eaten in the wrapper there, like a juice box, like shit in the toilet unflushed. Like, you can't imagine what. Like, this jerk-off sock, like, someone left a condom that was, like, half used. They didn't even finish banging. That's just how quickly they got out of there. Like, so, when they went back years later, all this shit was still there, untouched. Like, food, garbage, cess, like, urine samples. So, yeah. All explosions that they had to, like, GPS and tell.
Where is this?
In Alaska. At a base up there.
Oh yeah, fucking Russians. Oh yeah, because they just like sold the place.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's exactly like places in Detroit. But yeah, no, the military just stepped out of Alaska. Yeah, exactly. They're like, see ya, boys. We don't need to practice fighting the Russians here anymore. We're not scared of them.
They didn't even bring the Russians back. They were like, fuck it.
No, they can go back their own way. But
yeah,
they can find their own way back the other way.
Yeah, just make sure all the boats get back.
But yeah,
people are on them or not, that's not our problem.
Exactly. So Max Julian got the love he deserves. Detroit's good for that. The Psychedelic Healing Shack owner, I guess, is a POS. he's the Psychedelic Healing Shack owner. Oh. They're a dirty bird.
What's a POS?
They're a dirty bird piece of shit. Oh. They're a dirty bird. They've been going into glory holes where they don't belong. And they got the whole town worked up.
He's like a diddler?
Well, I don't know. He's probably got some sort of Italian mafia episode. He's like Bob Pizzamatti. Bob Pizzamatti. That's his last name, Pizzamatti. Like, what was the guy from that 70s show?
I don't imagine an Italian guy.
Just picture Bob from that 70s show.
He's Italian?
Yeah. What's their last name? It's some Italian thing.
I don't know. Pinciotti.
Yeah. So it's just picture him running a psychedelic shack instead of a electronics store. Killing your buzz.
This is the problem. These are the kinds of guys that are given the Rap Drugs Pod and all the drugs that we want to prescribe to all the people. These people give us a bad name,
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're giving people PCP, saying it's DMT. They're shitting in the cup before they give it to them, pissing in it, think it's funny.
Yeah,
we have no idea.
Saying it's Rap Drugs Pod endorsed. We're saying no. That's only police shootings. Shout out to the guy who shot police in Detroit.
Yeah, fuck this guy. This guy he's actual scum.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to put psychedelic in his name.
Yeah.
He's trying to put psychedelic in his name. He's the reason why we had to put P in our name. We as a marketing choice, we're like, we cannot put psychedelic in the name because of these like rapist healers. That this carries a negative connotation. We'll get deeper into that. Watch Netflix Unwell ayahuasca episode, and then we'll go deep on it later. So we're gonna blow your mind with the ayahuasca churches.
Blow your mind.
So they're decriminalizing these magic mushrooms in places. Yeah, they're decriminalizing these magic mushrooms in places because it's like harm reduction. Because they don't want you having to go to some ayahuasca church and dying of dehydration or shitting yourself to death or whatever the problem is. Puking to death.
It's like, because you're doing like an illegal thing, it's hard to go to the police and be like, hey, this motherfucker is a jackass.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when they're paid off. So, Todd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyways, the city protested hard about this psychedelic healing guy. They're gathering signatures. They're going after this motherfucking guy who may or may not be part of the Detroit partnership.
Lynch.
So, I don't know if you read up on the Detroit crime family much at all, Todd, but it's got long, deep ties to Windsor and drug running and gun running and rum running.
So you think this guy's part of the mafia?
Well, he's got an Italian name, so that's like 99% why. And I don't know, it might be of Sicilian origin.
Don't hurt me.
Yeah.
Italians.
But
mafia, man.
the problem is, like you were saying about the police in Detroit have been paid off by criminals for so long.
Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, they're one and the same, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, if I was the mobsters, you know, I would just, like, you know...
you know?
Pay all the police.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then you just, like, you just shoot the ones that don't, or wait for them to retire, and eventually all there is left is the police.
Yeah.
That you own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And yeah, speaking of police, I think you probably heard.
The police?
I think you probably heard Tekashi 6ix9ine came out with a new album. Police, you know, because he's a narc snitch.
Who?
Because
oh, the police know. They're his biggest fan.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, that's all I hear. Well, listens to it. Police and like mafia snitches on witness protection. And, like, people under the age of 16 years old who have never, like, had to deal with the police before. But he tried to come up with an album and was marketing it hard. And Big Sean pulls a sneak album, Detroit 2, and drops #1 over Tekashi 6ix9ine, sells twice as many albums.
Well, didn't everybody? Like, how could...
No. I think Tekashi ended up being 4th on the top 200 or something.
I mean, that's too high. That's
way too high.
Who's buying these fucking albums?
Snitch Life. People under 18. They're listening to streams.
He's a loser. Mm-hmm. I was kind of okay. I didn't like him. Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I wasn't a hater.
But the features were top.
Snitching.
The features were bomb.
Snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
He's going to get the shit kicked out of him any day now.
No doubt.
I'm too serious, AJ.
Yeah.
Too serious.
I'm worried. I'm like trying not to agree with Todd because I'm worried he's going to get arrested and I'm going to like he's going to send a license package to Tekashi 6ix9ine and then drive across the border with weapons afterwards, like minutes afterwards even, and be like, did he get the package yet, when the border agency asks him for his license ID? And they'll be like, what? Do you have anything to declare? I said. Yeah, sorry, no. Like, I don't know what happened with this lady. That was some crazy ass news. Did you hear about it, Todd? Might even be fake.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No? So this lady from Montreal, Quebec, she did like she watched like the first few episodes of Breaking Bad and like saw that you can kill people with this ricin chemical. And then she made a ricin package for Donald Trump to open, like mailed it to him.
Nice.
Thinks he's the one opening the mail at the office. Yeah. Of course. Or whatever. And then I guess they
just handed to him. They were like, "You got a package, Donald Trump."
Yeah.
He set it on his desk.
I guess it got intercepted with love. Care of to the White House, care of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Care of President Trump. But this lady, I guess her package got intercepted or delayed or something happened on the tracking or otherwise. So she ends up starting to drive across the border with like weapons in her vehicle. Because she's going to kill this guy. Like, just just turn your television set off and your internet off. You don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, if you
No.
have to leave your country to go fight Donald Trump.
She's Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian from Montreal, Quebec.
Why did she bring guns?
Like, I don't even know why someone taught her English.
America's like the easiest place to get guns. Why would you just go there?
Todd, clearly this person's mentally ill. Clearly this person's mentally ill. Like a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan. They're probably a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan.
He bought 10 of his albums.
Yeah, they sound a lot like the home invader who told Eminem he was there to kill him. Did you read that story, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, it's so fucked up. So this guy, I guess, just like breaks into Eminem's compound, just stands around a bunch on security footage, throws a brick through one of Eminem's windows, stands around longer, climbs in the window, and I don't know if he encountered Eminem or a security guard or part of his posse, but he said he was there to kill him and was escorted out of the home. So it must have been by weapon, like with weapons.
Yeah.
This guy didn't have any weapons on him. And then afterwards, after he's escorted out of the home, when the cops arrive, he's wrestling with a security guard at the gated community.
Nice.
And he starts calling the officer friend and stuff. Pretty crazy story.
Wow. You know what I get from that story? Eminem is a weak ass bitch. I mean, why?
Might have been a setup. Might have been fake. Yeah.
Living in a gated community.
Yeah, kill that guy.
Handle your own shit. What's wrong with you? Yeah.
Call the police? No, just kill him.
Why
leave him dead on a slide outside of a psychedelic healing shack.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Max Julian. Like, no offense to Max Julian. Rest in peace, Max Julian. Condolences to the family. But leave him dead outside of the psychedelic healing shack, upside down on the slide. Yeah. Like, that's what this guy deserves that type of shit. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I thought you were from the streets at Eminem.
Yeah.
Totally lost touch with what it's like.
Exactly. White rappers. He's like, Tekashi 6ix9ine snitches. I can call the police. I can at least call the police, right? Yeah. If Tekashi, I'm not snitching, but I could, the security guard is.
I bet Eminem was out on the street too, and he was like, "There he is.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
He's right there."
Exactly. That is him. That officer. That is the guy who broke into my home.
He said he was going to kill me.
I'm not.
Ask him. He'll tell you.
I'm not snitching, but that guy looks familiar. I think I saw him in my home earlier. Oh, yeah. And these other white guys trying to take over black men. Jack White, Kanye West having a mental breakdown. Jack White, his Third Man Records tweets at Kanye West, we'll give you your masters 50-50 for 5 years. What happens after the 5 years is up? Is it 100% Kanye? Is it 100% Third Man? Like, what's the real deal, Holyfield?
It's up in the air again.
Yeah,
negotiation.
Yeah, exactly. So these white men trying to take advantage of the mentally ill again. And speaking of that, I don't know whether you guys agree with mentally ill or not. Like, if you think...
Yeah. I think we should get rid of them.
Yeah, like, obviously. I've got this new shirt idea, though. I don't think we should get rid of him just yet, because I got a new shirt idea, Todd. Before I get into this other story. So, you guys heard Jerk Offs Only, shirt coming soon. It's going to be a yellow shirt, says Jerk Offs Only. May or may not point to your dick or your butthole. It's going to be reversible. Like, you can wear it backwards. Not like inside out, like backwards or forwards.
The front of the shirt will be a picture of me jerking off, and the back will be a picture of Jason jerking off. It'll be like Jerk Offs Only.
No, Todd, it's just going to say Jerk Offs Only and have an arrow pointed down.
Sorry, I was joking. This is
that shirt will be another one too, but that Jerk Offs Only coming soon. Yeah, exactly. When we launch the Patreon, that shirt's going to only be available if you sign up. But we got another shirt idea that may or may not be a different Patreon option. A little bit more expensive because it's going to come with a pack of stickers. So stickers? The stickers are for your helmet because the shirt says, "I'm a gay retard." It's a rainbow-colored shirt. It's just rainbows. Maybe purple, like Western University colors.
Oh, man.
And it's either going to say, like there's two options.
We can't sell that shirt.
It's I'm for gay retards or I'm a gay retard. And all the proceeds are gonna go to gay retards, whatever like charities support that kind of shit. Like gay rights activists and like whatever gets rid of people saying retard, because we gotta stop saying it.
We need to make classes.
It's no longer a scientific condition.
For Jason to take.
Exactly.
It needs to be a thing.
And the shirt's a psyop. It's kind of like Netflix cuties. Anyone that orders "I'm a gay retard" is gonna get like tracked by the FBI, but you'll still get your pack of reflective stickers to put on your helmet in case you really are a gay retard. Like it's gonna be like rainbows and unicorns and stars and stuff like that. Like something a 6-year-old girl will want.
If you buy it and you're not a gay.
Yeah, and then the other, for people that aren't, it's gonna be like, I'm for gay retards. Gay, and then like maybe it'll be like gay retard rights. Like that'll be another option you can get. Like we want to keep diverse for the different fan choices. So yeah, if you're exactly. So people out here dissing, trying to use gay retard as an insult. I'm trying to support them. Like imagine because I don't think you're allowed to use the H word anymore. Imagine being a gay Todd. You can't say that kind of thing. We're gonna get kicked off YouTube now. I don't know. New York Times changed from homosexual. So oh god, I said it too. To gay, recently. So I think you're only supposed to say gay now, but not in a derogatory way.
Oh, okay.
But
you can say it in a derogatory
way. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a
that's just when it's like not a gay person.
Yeah, if you're like trying to say it, like when we say gay, it's like, oh, that's like so gay. It's like cool. It's like cool. It's a replacement for cool. It's like the opposite of cis.
It's different.
Like how some people they think they're saying cis when they say gay. They're like, oh man, that's so cis. Except they'll say gay instead. They're like, oh hey, you're so friggin' cis, Jason.
Too complicated, man.
But they use the gay word instead. Yeah.
You're saying too many things.
Yeah.
Here's what I think. Words. We should all just use like less words. You know. You ever seen that episode of the
grunt? We should grunt.
Just like me talk less. People still understand.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, exactly. We should use less words. Maybe that'll be the fourth option for the shirt. So there's I'm a gay retard, I'm for gay retards, gay retard rights, and then me talk less. People still understand. Me talk less. We may just end it there. But yeah, the shirts will be only available in purple, pink, or rainbow.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking of easily being peddled to, and me and like my life and vegan news, Big Sean actually dropped some Dr. Sebi knowledge in his Detroit 2 tape. You know, callback here. Here's what's in harder than my demons. All natural, Dr. Sebi. You're gonna have to CBD me. I've been watching what they feed me. Whoa. I like when she tell me her body language that she need me. See, my third eye is on left eye. I can't let them easy E me. So, easy E reference to probably some MK Ultra thing where they killed him with, I think it was like hepatitis or AIDS or herpes or something like that. And then Left Eye Lopez is actually, she was one of the first ones to start pushing Dr. Sebi's natural vegan alkaline diet, which John Travolta's also on, Eddie Murphy was on, Michael Jackson was on, and you know John Travolta, he's only about the real ass shit, like Scientology and Dr. Sebi all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cool thing though, Dr. Sebi's known for his African biomineral balance diet, but his message is really just about like Western medicine's wrong, and we need plant-based medicines, botanical compounds, plant-based compounds meant to cleanse and revitalize the cells. So, like, that's what psychedelics are all about. Sometimes you need a friggin' brain reboot.
Why is it Western medicine? Doesn't everyone use that medicine?
No, because Chinese medicine's a lot different, I guess,
Yeah,
supposedly.
They don't use pills and stuff?
Yeah, they do. But
They
they
use
didn't
Chinese
for the
made
longest
ones.
time. Yeah. They just
It's
use, like,
gross.
they just give you Alpha Brain. They give you an Alpha Brain pill, and it's, like, placebo. They're like, whatever.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Yeah, try this pill. It's
called Alpha Brain.
it's
It makes
ginseng.
you smile.
Yeah, whatever ingredient works for you, that's what they say in there. Oh, good ginseng. Oh, good lion's mane mushroom. Oh, good psilocybin. But yeah, I don't know which way to go from here, Todd. Should we talk about? Should we show some love to a conspiracist from Michigan who's a capitalist conspiracy theorist, Kathy O'Brien, or should we go deep on the Michigan Asylum for insane criminals?
I don't know.
We're getting deep. We're getting late into the pod, so I think we're gonna have to just get into that and then maybe talk about Epstein's plane after.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
I want to mention Theo Vaughn's podcast I was watching yesterday, though.
yeah. What's that all about, brother?
So he had this. If you watched yesterday's podcast with Theo Vaughn and Bobby Lee, Bobby Lee's belated birthday is what it's called. If you want to try and check it out yourself, but both of them are. I don't
Bobby
know.
Lee 4.
What's that?
AKA Bobby Lee 4.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn number 297, I believe.
You're a fucking podcast nerd, aren't you, Jay?
This is a podcast about podcasts, Todd.
You gotta own it, eh?
Yeah.
Going full force, straight.
Exactly. We're the first podcast about podcasts. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You can hear all your podcast news here. Anyone else telling you shit about podcasts, you probably already heard if you listen to that cast. But yeah.
We're the first and the best. Fuck the rest.
Yeah, exactly. Cancel your subscription to other podcasts about podcasts because we're here. So Bobby Lee was on Theo Vaughn for his belated birthday.
You know, they're both recovering addicts. I'm not sure.
I wasn't sure that Theo Vaughn was, but I knew that Bobby Lee was and Tim Dillon is, and that Theo Vaughn may or may not be.
Yeah, so I learned that during this one, and he was kind of. They talked about this a bit because Theo Vaughn had went to Hawaii, I guess. I didn't fully comprehend the story, but he had went to Hawaii. I think he might have relapsed a bit before he had gone, like was drinking and smoking cigarettes or something like that. And he had went to Hawaii and was all of a sudden talking with like a shaman or something, and did some DMT.
Nice.
And now is like off smoking or anything. I don't know. I don't understand if he had relapsed before, if that was like an earlier time he was talking about.
Is that
but now
Bobby
he doesn't
or
smoke cigarettes anymore? No, it's Theo Vaughn.
Theo, okay.
Hawaii,
So Theo Vaughn quit smoking
DMT,
too. Nice.
And then quit smoking, yeah.
Yeah, Bobby Lee
DMT.
quit smoking recently too. But yeah, that's cool because of DMT he quit smoking. Put him over the top, eh? He was an addict, quit addict, sober life, still smoking, and then he quit smoking because of DMT.
Yeah, and he he was talking about how he explains the whole experience and what happened because he didn't really seem like he was super wanted to, just because of probably because of the stigma around it. But Bobby Lee was super interested and was like, he was just saying how you start sensing the world through all different ways and like seeing everything through different avenues and stuff, you know, and like he was like went through this whole transformative experience, and then they were talking about how if they considered that like a relapse, because that's kind of like a disputed thing for addicts, you know, like it seemed like Bobby Lee was like super concerned about that. He had been wanting to take ayahuasca or DMT. I guess he had watched that show I'd been meaning to watch that I hadn't, the one you kept telling me to, Unsettled.
Unwell.
Yeah. Bobby Lee had watched it and he was really wanted to try it, but wasn't sure because he'd felt like that was kind of like a relapse thing.
Yeah.
And Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Have you ever thought about that? 'Cause that's always what I'm concerned. It's like, is that something?
It's no.
It's like a hard sell. I feel
It depends.
Is
I
more,
I
you know
think
what I'm
it
saying?
depends on the substance. Like I would not recommend mushrooms because it's close to ecstasy if that was what you're into. But at the same time, even marijuana, it's not a stimulant or a downer.
Well, here's the
Like
thing. Though.
it's a psychedelic drug.
Did you hear?
So
I think
I
it's
do
something else
understand. I
that-
think I would compare it to cigarettes. If you can smoke cigarettes and have coffee, I don't understand why you can't do psychedelic drugs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
I know it's
that's
just like
all I'm saying. But beyond that, like I'm down for someone to school the shit out of me on it.
yeah, I'm just
In the
like,
comments below, or text or email us.
I do think there are certain people that are like super at risk though, and it's like I don't really know what you do about that. Like
Yeah,
Bobby Lee, even
that's
I don't
true.
know if you heard about him. I was listening earlier. His dad had died, I think, earlier this year before the pandemic, and he had relapsed, only really smoking weed. But like him and his wife were talking about how him smoking weed even was like making him act like he was a crackhead.
True.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't doing like smoking weed stuff
Yeah.
like me and you would do.
Yeah.
He was doing like propping, like cleaning up too much around the house and like putting like bongs all along like a thing and just like rearranging stuff, you know? Like
Yeah.
they just said he was acting weird, and he was he started actually with CBD, and he got like this like half and half, and was chugging the whole bottle.
Yeah.
And then he
That's-
started slowly getting into the weed. So I don't know. I think it's like
Well, that's the
there's
problem
certain people
too.
that just like can't handle things. And even
Exactly.
just the way he was acting too, when he was talking to Theo about wanting to do DMT, he was like looking for a reason to be able to smoke it. You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even know if Bobby should.
But yeah, no, I think you're right though. They're like some people are such addicts that they shouldn't even be having chocolate. And Bobby Lee's definitely one of those ones with 10 Red Bulls, like pack of cigarettes, which I think he just quit
sure.
smoking if you watch Bad Friends Pod.
For sure.
But yeah, there's
At
a
the
lot of
same
people
time,
out there.
it's
Like you might be able to have a
Who
beer.
am I to say?
Yeah, exactly. You might be able to have a beer. You might need to have the liquor. Like
Yeah.
I can easily have beers and not touch this stuff. Like, and I can also have one beer and say I'm not going to open the other 10 in my fridge. So like,
Yeah.
I definitely understand that there's a lot of people that aren't in that same boat. So I'm completely down for anybody not doing it. I just think it's like coffee. It's like cigarettes, but if you can you can catch yourself on it. Like if you're drinking so much coffee, you're vibrating. That's not good either.
Yeah.
That's just as bad as being a crackhead off of weed. But yeah, that's a sick thing with Theo Von quitting smoking.
Oh yeah, from the DMT. Yeah, when Bobby Lee was like asking him about it at first, was like, "So you tried that?" And he was like, "How was it?" And he just went, "It works, man." He was like, "I quit smoking, dude." He was like really serious about it. Didn't want to like, you could tell he like didn't want to like force his opinion. You know, it was just like knew it was true. You know.
Yeah, 100%.
It was really. I really suggest you go watch that podcast. The whole thing was really good, but.
Yeah.
I only watched. Like,
if you like comedy, watch the whole thing. If you like psychedelic drugs, try to find that timestamp.
It was like I think around 120 or 110.
Near the end.
Near the end. Yeah, it's pretty far in.
Nice.
They talk about it for a while. Might even be just at the hour or 50-minute point. I have no idea.
Nice. But yeah.
Somewhere in that general range, you know.
Yeah, you might have to figure it out yourself for once. We don't give you all the hints, just a lot of them with the articles below. But we definitely
tried to find a clip, couldn't. So fuck yourself.
Exactly. We suggest looking shit up on your own and not just going to the articles in our show notes, and watching the full pod or listening to the full pod of Theo Von after you listen to our whole catalog. Or don't listen to our whole catalog. We don't even give a fuck. We just want you to share this with your friends.
We just want
when
you
you're
to send
getting
us money
high
on PayPal.
and or follow us on Instagram, and we'll review your weed business. Like,
honestly, I don't care about that. I want fans. I love all you people watching.
I don't even want fans because they disagree with me, and I'm sick of them. I just want.
He's an authoritarian psycho. He's unfollowing you, and he hates all of you.
I like what you're saying, Todd, but also I don't even like care if anybody's watching this. Like, I just want to yell into a microphone and look at myself on a computer screen.
Yeah.
If you couldn't, you couldn't tell. Yeah, the whole reason was.
This is what I go to sleep to at night.
Yeah, exactly.
I just put this on and I listen to it.
I just make the clips and then I watch the clips on repeat. My favorite one, hundreds of times.
Joe Rogan, so I was like, I'm gonna fucking listen to myself.
I'm gonna watch Joe Rogan and then talk about it and then watch that instead of watching
and then watch myself talk about it and then I'll comment on that, but I won't post that.
Instead of watching it twice. I used to watch the episodes twice. Now I make a podcast and watch me talk about it.
I used to watch it twice, and the second time I'd yell at the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I put a camera in front of that.
And if you want to see us hear me and Todd watch a whole episode of Joe Rogan Pod, so you can watch along with us, like, comment down below. We'll do a Joe Rogan experience companion.
Yeah. Joe Rogan experience companion. That sounds horrible. I don't want to watch that with anyone who wants to watch that.
Comment below so we can block you.
I want to get people to sign up for that just so I can go on and be like, you guys are all fucking shut it off.
That's what we're doing on the Patreon. Send your money to the PayPal so we can set that up.
It's just a blank screen that says you're a dumbass.
We just took your money, Fag. Oh, shit! I'm really getting canceled now. I said that word. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Luckily, no one...
Prejudice is showing.
Yeah, exactly.
Luckily, no one's watching anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We're an hour and 2 minutes in. Everyone's gone by now. But there's probably a lot of people listening, and hopefully they're pissing themselves laughing.
Our real fans are dying right now laughing.
Yeah, and reading the articles in the show notes while they're listening to it, because that's why most people listen, so they can keep up with the stories. And a lot of you have probably been waiting for it based on the title.
Yeah.
Michigan Insane Asylum. No, Michigan Asylum for Insane Criminals. And a couple other names this place also had. Iona State Hospital for the Criminally Insane, or Iona Asylum.
So is this like what the Arkham Asylum was based on?
Basically, if you think Gotham was based on Detroit, this was just outside of Detroit. And it was established in 1883, closed 1977, current status demolished, building style is a cottage plan. So Iona State Hospital, and I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the pod or not. Maybe you're a new listener today because you're from Michigan or something. But the New York Times may or may not have CIA connections. At the very least, we know from Adam Curry and Joe Rogan Experience that they do share stories the CIA puts out through their different agencies around the world, like Uganda Times, New York Times, and they may or may not still be pushing the woke or non-woke argument, pushing Antifa or anti-Antifa. I don't know completely. I don't follow the New York Times because I don't give a fucking shit.
Yeah, fuck you, New York Times. You suck.
Yeah, but back in
Your whole city sucks.
Exactly. Back in 1977, yeah, according to James Altucher, New York can suck a dick. We're moving to Florida. We're gonna Epstein some kids. Yeah, we're moving to a home state of Epstein and Donald Trump's golf courses.
Fuck yeah.
And cocaine.
Of course.
Cocaine. I'm moving to the Keys and I'm changing my name. Going by Kent.
Going by
Kent Chatham.
Kent Chatham.
So
they'll never catch me.
Yeah. So New York Times, August 4th, 1977, straight out of Washington, D.C. The Pentagon didn't have to run too far to get this article printed. So before Jeff Bezos was taking care of propaganda for them. Some 142 sexual psychopaths at Iona State Hospital in Michigan were given LSD and a marijuana derivative, probably CBD, to see whether the substances would unlock their most secret thoughts in an experiment sponsored by Central Agency Intelligence. Central Intelligence Agency, according to documents reviewed today. Marijuana derivative is probably actually like some dope shatter that they had way back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah. This is the craziest shit, though. So, the following article, reported by Nicholas Harrock and Joseph Trister, written by Mr. Harrock. Agency's intention, the document said, was to exploit research potential that is represented by 142 criminal sexual psychopaths. It is thought these individuals have the kind of motivation for withholding certain information that is comparable to operational interrogation situations in the field. So this is the origin for Guam, for Abu Ghraib, for all the torture you see today. This is where it began. And they gave them fucking LSD and shatter before they started waterboarding them and playing the Marilyn Manson and telling them they were FBI agents when they were actually CIA agents and whatever else went on in Guam after they pissed on people. But yeah.
Like Justin Bieber. Exactly.
Like Justin Bieber, except like a foot away instead of like 20 stories up.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Ione experiment is part of a pattern of agency research and behavior control uncovered by a group of New York Times reporters, aka CIA operatives, after a survey of nearly 3,000 CIA documents and interviews with medical researchers, scientists, state and local officials, and intelligence officers. The experiments were conducted from 1957 to 1960 at Michigan's Hospital for the Criminally Insane at Ionia, a rural town west of Detroit. The subjects were apparently selected from the files of the Detroit Recorder's Court Psychiatric Clinic. Indications are that state judges were informed about the intelligence interests in the tests. This test was apparently begun nearly 4 years after Army biochemist Frank Olson committed suicide after being administered LSD in a CIA experiment. I don't know if it was really Frank Olson. I added that name. But yeah, it says after Army biochemist committed suicide. So the project manager who corresponded with the CIA through double envelopes using a pseudonym apparently was Dr. Alex Canny, a psychologist associated with the Core Clinic. His son, Dr. Alex Canny Jr., said his father was dead, but that he recalled his father had been involved in an experiment with the agency. Actual research, the document said, were conducted by Drs. Cook, Hearer, and Robertson. Dr. John Cook and Dr. Perry Robertson are dead. Dr. John G. Harrar lives in Florida and could not be reached for comment. The document showed the experiments were ostensibly funded by the Society for the Investigation of Human Ecology, Inc., but that a conduit for intelligence agency money, supposedly to discover new methods of attacking the growing problem of criminality, with particular emphasis on care and treatment of the sexually disturbed offender, aka, what the fuck is the CIA doing with all these pedophiles? Are these government agents, politics, Jeff Epstein? Is this all just a CIA experiment? Is this still MK Ultra? Or is Legion of Skanks and Ari Shaffir MK Ultra, dosing everybody in his path to greatness? To president of the New York podcast scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legion of Skanks is basically Opie and Anthony, except you can't figure out how to get to Opie and Anthony. Yeah. So you're like, I'm going to deal with a budget version of that.
Yeah. Well, all of those people are people I don't really know.
Yeah. Maybe you will soon if you go deep.
Them around. Opie and Anthony, I don't know. They bore me.
Yeah.
I don't find them interesting.
They're like Howard Stern.
They make me mad.
Yeah.
They talk.
I think that's the point.
You guys kind of also annoying. It's like watching Red Bar.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's almost like watching Joe Rogan Experience when Red Band isn't hitting. When Red Band's funny, it's great. When Red Band's crawling back to the Olive Garden...
Red Band's funny? What are you talking
about? When Red Band's crawling back to the Olive Garden, it hurts. It hurts. He's not the worst, but he's no young Jamie. He's no young Jamie. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he's not the worst.
I'm the red band of this podcast, so that's why I like to say that.
He's even worse. I'm the red.
That's why I got to stick up for him. But yeah, so back to the Michigan Asylum for Insane Criminals. Within the CIA, the document showed officials knew the experiment was designed to test the effectiveness of certain medication, aka LSD and shatter, in causing individuals to release guarded information under interrogation. The documents indicate that at one point, a state commission became concerned about the types of drugs being used, and at another point, an agency official found one doctor's description of the hypnosis portions of the experiment mildly hair-raising. So they'd like stuff your face into ketamine, inject you with LSD, and stuff your butt full of mushrooms at the same time.
Yep.
And then tell you that you have to kill your mother and suck your dad's dick. And they'd whip their dick out. So that's why they chose sexual predators. But continuing with the New York Times actually reported stuff. Like that story I just said. At the Payne in Michigan, there were many inmates in Iona who had been put there without trial. The Supreme Court... Yeah. The Supreme Court later overturned Michigan's criminally insane law, and some of Iona's patients went free. According to the documents, the subjects were given drugs and then interrogated by teams of doctors that included psychiatrists and psychologists, while tape recording was made of the session. There was also use of a lie detector test. In another project uncovered in the 8,000 documents recently discovered by the CIA, the agency exploded liquid-filled glass models of heads and human cadavers in an attempt to test the levels of brain concussion. So basically they got bored, and then it turned into the scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin where they're just out back smashing those like halogen light bulbs. And they're like, we want to figure out how concussions work. Send us some light bulbs shaped like heads and bodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, the documents they got this from were heavily edited, but it appeared the agency was testing not only brain concussion levels, but also brainwashing techniques, aka how hard can they smash your head in order to get you in a state where you're receptive but not dead.
Yeah.
In other experiments that did not involve living human beings, so this gets boring. We're just not going to read any more of it then. So yeah, if you want to read that yourself, we got the link in the show notes there. Michigan Asylum for the Sane. We got some more stuff there. We got some crazy notes. We could get into it, but we'll save it for another pod. Everyone's getting subpoenaed on Jeff Epstein's island, but I want to try the census.
You guys like this kind of shit? You probably like some of our earlier pods. Did a whole lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Covering ARC and stuff like that.
Exactly. We're going to bring back more of this. I'll clip this into just one show. But yeah, we're going to bring back more of this stuff. But it seems like people are more concerned about popular culture nowadays than historical MK Ultra stuff. They're more like...
Fuck the people. I'll tell them what they want to watch.
Yeah, you'll figure out what you want to watch once you start watching it. And you're like, this is fucking good. Just like back in the day when you used to just like flip through the channels on television. And then you're like, whoa, wow, what's this? Well, this is good.
Yeah. That's the therapdrugspod. You just fucking fire a t-shirt through your window, your t-shirt cannon, and the next thing you know, you're fucking watching every episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Sucking on a...
That's what we gotta do. Just start running through neighborhoods with a t-shirt cannon, just start firing the front doors. Yeah. Just every door. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm doing that.
Exactly. You're sucking on a someone with a low IQ's dick, saying, send me one of those t-shirts, Jason, with the sticker pack. Yeah. This guy deserves them for his helmet. You did a great job. But yeah, enough about gay retards. Let's get back into the Zenobus. Appreciate the follow. If any other LPs want us to review their shit more than once on one show, just follow us or shout us out. Maybe show the pod. But yeah, another container, another poll appeal. Namaste Census Star. Yeah. You might have to pay us, but we'll let you know when that starts happening. Oh, this one stinks when you open it up. And the look of the bud's a little bit better, I'd say. The crispiness is still up there.
Ooh. Looks fresh.
But yeah. 1.0 again, right on the money. Getting my $7.95 worth. And now we'll bust up a little bud there. But yeah, just while I'm busting up the bud, maybe we'll keep this in the clip. Maybe Namaste will hate us for it. I'd say the bag appeal on this bud though is 4 out of $4 signs. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone subpoenaed on the plane for Jeffrey Epstein. The island is out to get people. U.S. Virgin Islands AG. So flight logs include records.
A bunch of islands?
Yeah, the flight logs specifically, yes, but the one they're looking at is Jeff Epstein's island. Whatever it was, Little St. James. And the flight logs include records for Epstein's 4 helicopters and 3 planes, one of which dubbed Lolita Express. We're going to go deep on Lolita for you guys soon, too. The thing that police, a PSYOP, police in this Sting and the Police, a PSYOP, did a song about, basically having sex with children. But yeah, the Attorney General subpoenaed 21 years worth of flight logs.
Nice.
Denise George, who filed a lawsuit against the billionaire's pedophile estate, demanded the names and details of anyone who worked for the pilots or interacted with Epstein and any passengers who traveled with them. Her subpoena also requested details on any complaints or reports of potentially suspicious conduct and personal notes recorded by the pilots. She's out for blood!
They're going down.
Yeah, the flight logs would include records on Epstein's 4 helicopters, 3 planes, spanning from 1998 until his death. Epstein was arrested in July 2019. We all know this shit. He died in his cell August 10, which was ruled a suicide, but from the autopsies was not a suicide.
He was clearly strangled.
And then George's lawsuit against Epstein alleges 22 counts of human trafficking, aggravated rape, child abuse, neglect, forced labor, and prostitution, according to the Mirror. 2 of Epstein's former pilots have already cooperated with the investigation. David Rogers provided logs from 2009, which is the ones that showed Prince Andrew, Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Naomi Campbell, Tekashi 6ix9.
Kevin Spacey.
Tekashi 6ix9ine shared records saying Jeff Epstein was a blood. Investigations last year told the New York Times that Larry Vyssotsky, Epstein's chief pilot, had also been cooperating. The records that have been provided subpoena will make the ones Rogers provided look like a post-it note. An unnamed legal source told the Mirror, "There's panic among many of the rich and famous." The subpoena follows news that Epstein's celebrity chef, Adam Perry Lang, also agreed to cooperate with the FBI, the Daily Mail reported. He worked for Epstein between 1999 and 2003 and came forward after Virginia Guffrey, one of Epstein's victims, implored him in a letter to be a hero. So good on these people stepping up, saving the children. Because God knows if Donnie T is going to fulfill that prophecy or not.
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah,
he's probably on that plane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. He was on the.
He's probably taken over since Jeffrey's been taken care of.
I know he's good at being a criminal, so he probably wasn't on that plane. But yeah, he's running the PSYOP now. He had his own thing going with Miss USA pageant.
He had his own plane and island. He wasn't stupid enough to get caught.
Exactly.
He was helping Jeffrey.
hands down. But I like the census there so far. Bus up nice. The bud quality's good. The breakdown's good. Like so far, it's given me
nice.
It's the best one I've had without smoking it yet.
How are you gonna cut this clip up, Jay?
I'm gonna just put it all
like right in each other.
I'm probably gonna put the weed review all in one. Otherwise, I'll just use the power of editing. Like I might put the Jeffrey Epstein story in the middle of the weed review for folks too, just to tease the pod.
It's gonna have to be.
Just to tease the pod, yeah. Thank y'all for subscribing after watching these weed reviews and clips. We get it. We get it every week. That's why we keep coming out with them. And if you don't like them, if you do like them, if you want to see more clips or different stuff, hear about other topics, see different things tried out, reviewed, let us know in the comments below, or text or email us, or even tweet us. We're always there.
Planning on doing a frozen pizza review. I'm gonna start doing Delicio.
Let's chips.
There's
Back to the intro. We gotta censor this. Your guys' choice. Share with. Get your friends to subscribe if you want to see Bantokes.
Censorship. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see what's happening. Jason is currently pulling the bowl. He's lighting it. Lighting it. He's lighting it. Now he's pulling. Oh no! He's taking the headphones off. He's pulling it. He pulled it. Pulled her straight through. He's going to breathe it out. He's going for the breathe out. And there it goes. Let's see what the recovery is. Here it starts. It's coming down. How's the recovery?
Ooh, good toke. Oh, I've been messing up using the lighter instead of the bees line.
Messed up using a lighter, you fucking dumb.
Instead of the bees line, but it's still good quality.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to use the bees line so I can give you guys a full taste profile.
Now all you can taste is butane.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All I can taste is butane, but I do have a good film of like THC kind of residue. Like when you take a really good dab, and your mouth gets like a THC kind of flavor film.
Oh yeah.
I got that off this Sensistar toke. This is like really good bud for the 17%.
I told you the Namaste was good.
They're not lying with their percentages. But I would.
Yeah, no, they're on point.
Yeah, and this one, it might be a sativa, might be a hybrid, but I'd have to say, it's the best. It's the best one yet. Oh, it beats Subway Scientist in my eyes from Riff.
Nice.
So easily 3 stars, maybe even 3 stars plus. AAA.
How many stars?
Out of 4. So I don't know why I'm saying stars. I should be saying A's. It's a AAA bud. Doesn't hit the quad, but we're not looking for. We're not looking for the quads. We're looking for the price. So if you guys want something for $7.95 for 1G in Ontario, I don't know about the prices out east. Probably cheaper, hopefully.
I don't know.
Get with it. Namaste is good. Zenobus is good. Thanks for the follow. And do yourself a favor. Follow the Rap Drug Pod on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. If you don't have Twitter, follow us on Twitch or Periscope. Subscribe to the YouTube if you want to see the clips or the live stream. We're slowly going everywhere before we get shadow banned any more places. Facebook, they blocked us on IG, so I blocked them on Facebook.
So I blocked them.
Yeah, taste of your own medicine, unpublished. So yeah, that may not happen because we're trying to fight the power, guys. So if you could please follow us on all platforms, share with your friends because we're shadow banned. So we're fighting the algorithms. Comment down below, algorithms like that. Give us a like, algorithms like that. Give us a dislike if you hate us. Algorithms like that too. We don't give a fuck either.
Yeah, do whatever we want.
And yeah,
comment nasty shit, and we'll tell you you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, do whatever you can to support the show, and we'll love you back. Even just tweet at us, text us, email us, share your trip stories. Get on the pod with a trip story if you got a good one or a bad one, and if you really love it, we got some merch and we got a PayPal link. Hit them in the link tree. Anything else you want to share with the fans before we send these motherfuckers off, Todd? To go have gay sex with each other? Only the straight ones. The gay ones have to have straight sex with each other.
What are you even saying, you dictator?
Punishing the fans. Punishing the fans for watching through the whole pod. All right, cut off the stream.